Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets will battle the Mississippi State Bulldogs in this year's Orange Bowl. Mississippi State needs to break down the triple attack of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets without defensive coordinator Geoff Collins, who has moved over to Florida. Georgia Tech should have no problem being motivated for a game against the SEC. The Bulldogs take on the Yellow Jackets as 7-point favorites this week, with the over-under set at 61 points. Heading into Week 19 of the college football season, the Yellow Jackets are 10-3 straight up and 9-4 against the spread. In their past 5 games, Georgia Tech is 4-1 straight up and has a perfect 5-0 record against the spread. In the ACC Championship game, Georgia Tech lost in a close one to Florida State 37-35. Darren Waller had a solid outing in the loss, totaling 5 receptions for 73 yards and a touchdown. St. Days put up 67 yards and 3 touchdowns on 19 carries. Over their last 5 games, Georgia Tech's rushing attack has thrived, averaging 345.6 yards per game in that time span. The Bulldogs are also matching up with Georgia Tech's defense at an inopportune time, as Georgia Tech, who usually allows 25.1 points per game, are now averaging 20 points. During those last 5 games, Georgia Tech's opponents have struggled to do anything in the passing game, only managing 207.4 passing yards per contest. An important aspect of the game will be if the Bulldogs can fend off Georgia Tech's ability to take the ball away. The Yellow Jackets currently rank 24th in the nation with 2.1 turnovers per game. In the other locker room, the Bulldogs have a record of 10-2 straight up and 7-5 against the spread. In their previous 5 games, Mississippi State has a record of 3-2 straight up and 2-3 against the spread. The Bulldogs came up short, losing to Mississippi 31-17 in their matchup. Daranya Wilson had a great game for the Bulldogs, recording 8 catches for 117 yards and a touchdown. Dak Prescott had a big game as well, totaling 282 yards and a touchdown through the air. If their earlier games are any indication, the Bulldogs will pound the rock on offense, as they're averaging 239.8 rushing yards per game, good enough for 20th in the First Division. Georgia Tech will be matching up against a stout Bulldogs defense, which has been playing better lately. They only allow 16 points per game over their last 5 matchups, well below their season average of 19.4. The Mississippi State pass defense has turned the corner during the past 5 games as well, allowing 234.2 passing yards per game, dropping its season average to 285.2. At the Bang the Book Betting Center, we predict that the Mississippi State Bulldogs will win this game, both straight up and against the spread, but that this game will go under on the game total. Don't forget that the Bang the Book Betting Center is your best resource for information before you make your weekly assault on the sportsbooks.